Eliot Spitzer, back running for political office. What, governor? President? Not yet. Hold. All right, I know I'm getting ambitious here. Now, he's running for New York City Comptroller's office, threw his hat into the ring, his sheriff's hat into the ring. Now, the race is going to be decided on Thursday. We're here on Monday, but he's got to collect a lot of signatures here, about 3,750 signatures to even get into the race. But he's going to finance his own election. Apparently, it's going to cost several $1 million. But I'm very excited about this. And now you might be thinking, Cenk, why in the world are you excited about the New York City Comptroller's office? What do they even do? Why, I'm glad you asked. Here's what they do. They control not only the city's spending, but here comes the important part, the city's pension fund. Now think about what a genius move this is. Now you say, what's the big deal? What's the big... No. You don't. Here's what you might not know. That the pension funds for the big cities and the big states, and certainly New York City qualifies there, are gigantic. And they wind up being very important shareholders of so many different corporations. I've been saying forever, hey, if somebody could competently manage the pension funds, they would have tremendous amount of power over the corporations who have a tremendous amount of power over us and the rest of the political system. That's brilliant. The fact that he would take an office like that, which after being the governor of New York, being the attorney general, people say, oh, that's just a side little office. It's a side little office if you do nothing with it. But if you're the former sheriff of Wall Street, imagine what you could do with that office if you got a hold of those pension funds and started organizing other pension funds. Oh, I guarantee you that what happened on Monday was, oh, what's that I felt on Wall Street? Oh, that's a chill down your spine. That's right. Because guess what? The sheriff might be back. Oh, that would be awesome. Oh, that would be terrific. Now, of course, he's got to get beyond some issues that everyone loves to talk about. Oh, my God, there was the scandal, etc. So he says, I'm hopeful there will be forgiveness, and I am asking for it. You know my opinion on this. I think these different so-called sexual scandals are absolute nonsense. Okay, what did he do in his private bedroom? And then, of course, the hypocrisy is legendary because David Vitter, Republican senator from Louisiana, gets a standing ovation when he gets back into the Senate. No repercussions whatsoever for basically the same exact thing Eliot Spitzer did. But yet, if it's a Democrat, no. That's a guy who tried to actually help the American people and fight back against Wall Street. No, he can't do that. He's got to step down. Oh, if he just snuck right back in there in the comptroller's office, it would be awesome. Look, I'm biased. I know the guy a little bit, obviously, because we worked at Current together. He was the host of Viewpoint. I was the host of the Young Turks. I still am, funny enough. Young Turks came before Viewpoint. We did a lot of election coverage together in 2012. I know he's a great guy. He's a brilliant guy. I'm a fan. Okay, I'm honest about that, right? But put me aside, put my personal feelings aside. There were so few people in this country who were in elected office who bothered to actually fight for the people. And that's why Wall Street hated him. They literally popped champagne corks when they got him to step down. And I say they got him to step down because it's not a disputed fact that the people in Wall Street and some of the financiers, guy who ran Home Depot, Ken Langone, guy who ran AIG, etc., targeted Spitzer. They wanted to take him down, and they did. So obviously the idea that he might come back in and actually serve the people is something that they are very afraid of and something you should be incredibly excited about. And to that point, one last quote from Eliot Spitzer. He said, "The metaphor is what I did with the Attorney General's office. It is ripe for greater and more exciting use of the office's jurisdiction." Yeah, that's right. I'm excited by it. Here's who's not excited by it. Wall Street. Oh, man. Oh, if he's coming for you. You know what his nickname was, right? Other than Sheriff of Wall Street. Steamroller. The only thing that would make me happier is if he won and he actually rolled up his sleeves and he did his job and he actually got the corporations to serve their shareholders and stop steamrolling us. I would love to do a video after he regulated where I say, Spitzer sends his regards. That would be awesome. Come on, New York. Help me out. I got nothing against other people in the race, but give me Spitzer back. Let's send some regards.